the cane. I'm just using it till I settle my lawsuit. Great to see you all. Janice was talking about being 58. I just turned 66. 66. Oh, I looked in the mirror. I looked like a rusted old Buick. This body is totally shot and out of alignment. My rear end is making funny sounds. My hoses are leaking. And my ball joints have all dried out. I said, uh-oh, I better get Mako. Mako says, oh no, you better get Medicare. Used to be in my house, if I had a leak, I'd call my plumber. Now I call my urologist. And he's $50 cheaper. I remember back in the day in the 70s, I used to go to Studio 54. Remember been to Studio 54? Yes. Top disc. I probably saw you over there. You know, the name room and everything, a little longer hair, right? I used to get on that floor and bust a move. I'm afraid to take my wife dancing out. I may bust a hip. My wife said to me, Bruce, let's get down tonight. I said, honey, I don't mind getting down, but how the hell am I going to get up? I'm starting to forget things. I swear my foam mattress has a better memory than I do. I used to have a full head of hair, just like you. I used to part it. Now my hair is just departed. But it's good getting old, it really is. I used to be a photography buff. I used to develop film using my Polaroid. Now at 66, the only thing I'm developing are hemorrhoids. It's tough when you get old, but it's a good thing. I had an argument with my wife the other day. She said, Bruce, every time I talk to you lately, you don't seem to be paying attention. Are you hard of hearing? I said, no, I'm hard of listening. But she's a wonderful lady, I tell you she is. But when you get older, you got to stay in shape. I just started an exercise program, but I only exercise late at night, very late at night, between the hours of 3 and 5 in the morning. I'm running sprints from the bedroom to the bathroom. My wife calls it my fleet of pee. The good news is I got my time down under 6 seconds. Unfortunately, I only can hold my pee for 4.2. But my wife is a fitness nut. She takes something called goat yoga. You ever hear this? This is when you're lying in the studio on a mat, and these horny, hairy creatures are running around, and goats too. And she finds it very therapeutic and relaxing when the goat jumps on her ear, right on her ear, and licks it. I said, wait a second, I tried that last week. You slapped me and threw me out of the bedroom. And now you pay a goat to do it? She said, well, he has fresher breath. Well, I dated a lot of people before I met my wife. I even dated a very famous TV weather person. But the first time we got intimate, it was like a bad winter forecast. She's predicting 10 to 12. All she got was 2 to 4. Man, was she angry. Now I know why they name hurricanes after women. But we just celebrated a milestone anniversary. 30 years. I got you beat by 6 months, okay? 30 years of wedded bliss. Oh, no, wedded blisters. Because all these years she's been rubbing me the wrong way, and I got the calluses to prove it. But she tries really hard, my wife. She makes a broccoli casserole to die for. Literally. We had a party the other night. She served finger food. I said, honey, these things are delicious, but next time you got to clip the nails. She said to me, Bruce, you think I'm running a 5-star restaurant over here? I said, apparently you are, because every time you cook, I have reservations. But during this pandemic, she went crazy. She went out and bought a dog. She got one of those designer dogs. Spent $6,000 on this thing. $6,000. She carries this thing around like a Gucci handbag. Except the Gucci handbag only costs $3,000. And it doesn't need to be walked 6 times a day. And she dresses him in silk pajamas and a gold collar. All right, silk pajamas and a gold collar. She's named him Fabio. Fabio. I don't call him Fabio. I call him Houdini. Because with 2 wags of his tail, he's made my sex life completely disappear. Now sex is just like a grand illusion. And without the handcuffs. You know how hard it is to perform in bed when there's a panting wet tongue, a wet nose, and the smell of bad breath, and a dog? Very difficult, very difficult. But also during this pandemic, my wife got hooked on Amazon. Does anybody shop here on Amazon? Oh my gosh. We get so many packages, the county just rezoned my front porch as a loading dock. I feel I'm part of that old movie, On the Waterfront. My wife is calling me Biff now. You know, I could have been a container. I don't know. It's tough, man. It's so tough. You know, I got boxes stacked to the roof. I'm afraid to pull any out. I think they'll fall over. It's like I'm playing a game of Jenga for giants. Going from the front porch, upstairs, downstairs. I feel like a personal delivery monkey. My wife calls me her Amazon primate. It's tough, it's tough. You know, it was my birthday coming up, so my wife said, Bruce, I want to get you something special. What can I get you? I said, how about a weight belt? And a forklift? Maybe a bigger house. What really worries me, I think she's having an affair with the UPS guy. I saw her writing in big letters in my driveway, reserved for UPS. Every time this UPS guy comes over, she's always talking about how big his package is. And now she insists on paying extra for backdoor delivery. What's that all about? No, it's getting tougher and tougher. I'm starting to wonder if my fulfillment center is actually adequate. I know what Brown's doing for her. What's he doing for me? But now she's into fantasy role-playing. She handed me a box with brown shorts, construction boots, and a clipboard. Now anytime I want to have sex, I got to sign for it. This is making my family life miserable. The only smiles in my house now are the ones in the cardboard boxes. But we do love doing things together. Broadway shows, nice dinners, the UPS guy. Thank you very much. My name is Bruce Lipsky.